So we got the top 5 deadliest chaos warbands. Let's get into it. Let's go.
G'day guys and gal. When you think of traitor space marines, you probably think of the traitor from the Horus Heresy, the Death Guard, Night Lords, World Eaters. What you probably don't think of is the fact that like the Loyalist legions, the traitor legions also went through a bit of shattering and dividing, creating traitor warbands as opposed to Loyalist chapters. Now not all traitor legions broke up. The Death Guard have stayed more or less united either under Typhus or more.
They better. Yo, if you're a part of like this, if you're a part of these guys right here, y'all, bro, yo, you stink, bro. You better stay with them. Yo, and I don't want to be that guy because, like, you know, I'm not no type of, like, you know, special type of, you know, just above everybody type of dude. But, like, bro, if you stink with them, you better stay with them. For real. If you do, look, yo, where you gonna go? Yo, you're not welcome to my crew. Vulcan don't like that. I'm sorry, bro. We all take showers over here. Y'all don't. Y'all like that stinky ish. That's what y'all like.
Tarian, but many did, with some warbands having elements from multiple traitor legions as well as multiple previously loyal marines who have fallen to chaos post-heresy.
By the way, before we get into it, we got the Summers Game Fest literally later today at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I will be streaming at 4 p.m. Eastern time, by the way. So we got a lot to do today, y'all. Obviously y'all gonna get the 2 videos today with the live stream. That's a daily thing for us. But we got the Summers Game Fest as well. So I legit will be watching the Summers Game Fest, and every single trailer that comes out or whatever that we doing, bro, we're legit like live, like reacting. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, we're kind of gonna be like multitasking, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Let's go.
Some of these warbands are forgettable, barely scraping to survive. Others have become powerhouses in their own right. So today we'll check out 5 of the deadliest chaos warbands, some of whom may even rival the traitor legions themselves. Before we get started, winter isn't coming. Things are heating up. That means 3 things. You get dick punched by each warband and then can give a definitive dick punching power rating, which is the only power rating that matters.
What, bro, yo, penis punching? What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Starting us off with a warband none of you have probably heard of, but is wildly interesting, the Broken. This warband was actually one of the first Ultramarine successors, being a part of the second founding, which is when the Loyalist legions first broke apart. They were called the Viridian Consuls, and were exemplars of strength and will.
Ooh! Oh my, I'm outside in the AMG, right outside, TT. Yo, this is fire! Nah. Hey, wait a minute. No. This is actually crazy, bro. What am I looking at right now? Green and... Man, yo, what in the Santa Claus... Yo, what in the Christmas are we looking at? Hey, y'all, I'm gonna be real. Y'all. Yo. Hey, whoever made this, bro, they deserve like an East... they at least deserve $10 extra on their paycheck, bro. Yo, whoever at Gamesworkshop made this, bro... Or, if this is like a fan-created thing, bro, yo, Gamesworkshop, sign them immediately, bro. For real. This is okay, no, hey, all right, hold up. What are these guys called again? Does anybody know these guys' name? Yo, if y'all know their name, comment down below. I'm going to save their name, and I got to do my my top 10 well-dressed Warhammer characters. Yup. Because I'm not going to lie to you, this is probably the best armor, like, color wave that I've seen in Warhammer, I promise you. No lie, no nothing, bro. This is the best that I've seen, bro. For real.
True sons of Guilliman. However, they were also victims of the absolute retardation known as the Abyssal Crusade, where 30 loyal chapters were sent into the Eye of Terror by some dipshit, given the task of basically soloing chaos. Shocker, all 30 chapters were lost, either killed or corrupted to chaos, which also included the Viridian Consuls. They did exact a heavy toll. Hundreds of traitor worlds and thousands of traitor legionnaires were killed, but their numbers were simply replenished by the loyalists who fell into their grasp. The Viridian Consuls fought for years, already a very impressive achievement. However, their chapter master fell into rage and despair that his noble chapter was humiliated and literally sentenced to death via hell. The rage fed Khorne and the despair fed Nurgle. After their battle barge could take no more and crash landed on a space hulk, the chapter...
So wait. So it's crazy because, like, you can legit feed different, like, chaos gods. He just said that the rage fed Khorne and the despair fed Nurgle. Bro, that is ridiculous, bro. I think Nurgle, he's like the big dirty booger, right? He's like the nasty dude, right? The stinky dude, right? Man. Hey, bro, I see the comments. Y'all think I don't see the comments? No, brother. I see the comments. Y'all was like, oh, bro, King Indy would definitely be, Slaanesh's #1 soldier and all this and all. I'm like, yo, what are we talking about? Man, I don't even indulge in those activities. Why would I even, why would y'all even say that about me? I would never, and I could never.
The Master cracked and fell to chaos, being infused with the power of both Khorne and Nurgle, a rare double boost. Some of the chapter fell with him, however so noble was the chapter that most resisted. Those that stayed loyal were captured and then horrifically tortured. The tortures included crucifixion and getting cut open. Then Nurglite demons...
We gotta throw him in a washer or something like that, yo. Look at him. Like, he kind of looks cool, but at the same time, he looks really, like, worn out and dirty. We gotta clean him up, but I can't lie to you, his sword is pretty fire.
One was put into the cuts and allowed to grow and fester. This meant that the loyal warrior was in constant agony, yet could not die. The only choice was to either keep resisting or give themselves to chaos. Many fell, yet many stayed loyal. Honestly, half of what makes these guys so deadly and awesome was their time spent as a loyalist chapter. They also now had a Space Hulk, and due to his efforts, the chapter master ascended to become a dual demon prince of Nurgle and Khorne, calling himself the Witness. Dual demon princes are extremely rare and extremely powerful. Although small in number, the new Chaos Warband, called the Broken, were a powerhouse. Being led by Demon Prince and having a Space Hulk was pretty rare for a warband.
Bro, yo, imagine, I just want y'all to, like, just to keep it real. Imagine y'all seeing this thing in real life. What y'all doing? Yo, no lie, bro, and I promise you, I'm not a, menace to society or anything, bro. But if I see this thing, even in my vicinity, if I see this thing in my neighborhood, bro, I'm calling the FBI, the IFF, the CIA, bro. I'm calling every single agent authority. I'm calling the SWAT team. Bro, I promise you, bro, this thing will be lit up like the 4th of July, bro, by the time I'm done saying onomatopoeia. Bro, for real, bro. This thing has to go. Yo, this thing look like a big giant from like God of War 3 mixed in with like a mosquito with like the wings or something. This thing look like it lights up. What is this thing doing being like mate? Like, why is this created? Like, but it's Warhammer, so I don't even know why I asked that. It's Warhammer.
They eventually met their end when the Ultramarines, personally led by Marneus Calgar, engaged them in battle. To purge this stain on Guilliman's honor, Marneus personally banished the Witness, whilst all of the warband was slain and the still living, still loyal Viridian consuls were put out of their misery as the Space Hulk was destroyed. Hectic shit. This next warband is pretty random, but was wildly overpowered, or at least had the potential to be, that being the Consortium. Fabius Bile's own personal warband made up almost entirely of apothecaries and mad geniuses from across the traitor legions. Now, whilst apothecaries don't often make for the best warriors, they can create abominations that fight for them, and with so many apothecaries in one place, led by Fabius the Clone Lord, they could easily create a force of Space Marines in no time at all. Not to mention, they were so valued as a resource that other traitor warbands or legions would gladly aid them in exchange for help with recruitment. At their peak, they numbered nearly 200 apothecaries, which is nuts. However, it wasn't really a conventional warband. Fabius was at the head, but no one was really subservient to him. It was more so a collection of scientists that enjoyed working together and could learn from each other. A warband of convenience, where Fabius even encouraged independence as opposed to strict ranks. Unfortunately, mad genius scientists also have large egos, so every time Fabius was too busy focusing on things instead of the Consortium, shit went south. After every campaign, more members left, either sick of each other or having learnt enough and now keen to do their own thing. When Bile went to learn from the Dark Elder of Comera, the Consortium had a civil war which ruined their base of operations and killed a number of them. Eventually, almost all of them departed, leaving only a handful of loyal companions who continued to aid Fabius. Bile reflected that giving them so much freedom was a mistake, as the Consortium was one of the most powerful warbands in the galaxy and had access to immense resources.
Yo, one thing I'm gonna say about this guy right hey, no hairline and no eyebrows is diabolical. I know I said that 1,000 times about him, bro, and we will forever talk about him. Yo, why would y'all even have this? Yo, y'all better like blackmail this dude. Yo, if I'm in Warhammer, bro, and I know the type of, and I know the type of dangers this man can like cause with his inventions and stuff. Yo, I will blackmail this dude so hard, bro. I'll have him working like a good boy. No lie, bro. He'll be like, yeah, hey, y'all know like how like in real life they be like hackers and stuff that the FBI basically like they're like, yo, we could send you to jail, but to be fair, bro, you are him. Like you're a beast at this hacking thing, whatever. Yo, we'll hire you to like, help us out. Like, you'll be a good guy now. Bro, man, no lie, bro, I would give this man Fabius a 360 contract, bro. Man, I will warp this dude into a contract, bro. Yo, he'll be doing good. Yo, he'll be creating more Adepti Custodes, bro. For the Emperor don't even have to lift a finger anymore, bro.
So whilst they no longer really exist, there was a time where hundreds of mad geniuses all worked together and achieved incredible things. Next up, we have the Sons of Malice, the only traitor warband dedicated to the Chaos God of Malice.
By the way, this Malice character, we gotta learn more about him. Like, I pretty much know about him, whatever, and I think some of y'all said that he's canon, but also some of y'all said he wasn't canon, so we gotta learn more about this Malice character. If y'all want to, we could definitely, you know, try to learn more about him.
Firstly, yes, Malice is canon. He replaced Malak,
Okay, well, never mind.
who is no longer canon due to copyright issues. Hence, the Sons of Malice are also canon. The Sons of Malice were a loyalist chapter that had a bit of a habit of cannibalism, which, to be fair, a fair amount of loyalist chapters also seem to have. They were steadfast and a force to be reckoned with. However, the Inquisition found them unsavory and confronted them halfway through a sacred cannibalistic ritual. That was a bad call. The Inquisitor and her force were sacrificed and then eaten, which then got the Sons of Malice excommunicated and declared renegade. Womp womp. However, they still hated chaos,
Womp womp
so basically just declared war on everyone and now attack everything. What really makes them powerful though is the fact that they literally have their own personal chaos god, Malice. More or less the chaos god of fuck everyone, destroy everything. With their chapter literally having its own chaos god, they have managed to not only survive, but also thrive despite having zero allies. They are even able to occasionally summon Malice briefly to guide them. It's difficult though. Every 100 years, after a huge cannibalistic feast, the best warriors in the warband must traverse through a cursed labyrinth, survive it, and then get at least one of them to reach the finish. That marine is then teleported back to the chapter, with the rest left to go insane and become monsters that fight against future expeditions. The one marine who succeeded is then sacrificed. Once this happens 11 times, Malice's sacred number, Malice is summoned, empowers and guides the chapter for a time, and then vanishes. So basically, once every 1,100 years, and that's also assuming at least one son of Malice reaches the finish line, the chapter can go Xeno style for a bit, at the cost of losing their best and brightest. Next up is the Crimson Slaughter, a bit of a tragic
So this whole, wait. Yo, you gotta, so it's kind of like the whole, 11/11, wish thing. Bro, so we gotta wait till, 11/11 for you to come through and help us out? Nah. Nah, bro, we good. Hey, I'm good.
To be honest, these warriors were once loyal and were known as the Crimson Sabers, a steadfast, powerful and noble chapter. It's unclear where their gene seed comes from, which may have been the root cause of some of their issues. They were stubborn, zealous and ruthless. Their methods were seen as extreme by other Space Marine chapters who rebuked them, causing the Sabers to isolate themselves and pursue their own campaigns. They did a great job, but some sort of blood haze was affecting them. They were very overkill, annihilating entire loyal worlds because they thought maybe there was a chaos cult on it. They started hearing voices and losing touch with reality, eventually being declared traitors after killing too many innocent Imperial worlds. Still noble, they rode into the Eye of Terror in a suicide mission, determined to kill themselves but take as many traitors down with them as they could. They went full Doomslayer mode. However, their bodies also became twisted and corrupted. They were also upset to discover that the message they sent back to the Imperium, speaking of nobility and their sacrifice, just ended up being gurgles and corrupted noises. Eventually, the chapter master was like, fuck this shit, I want to live. He gathered the corrupted survivors of his chapter, declared that they were now the Crimson Slaughter, aka a traitor warband, which then resulted in some of the chapter rebelling as they wished to die loyal. The loyal ones were slain, with some escaping to live on as the Crimson Sabers. The Crimson Slaughter was near unstoppable. They were all battle-hardened veterans, favoured by the gods, and then by contracting Fabius Bile, they also replenished their strength and even managed to recruit a fuck-off massive army of cultists, mutants, and other fodder to their cause. After years of preparation, the Crimson Slaughter tore into Imperial space, not a raid but a full-scale invasion. This would eventually bring them in direct conflict with the Dark Angels, and amazingly, the Crimson Slaughter were winning, slaying a company captain of the Dark Angels and driving them off. Then they even raided a Dark Angel recruitment world, stealing their gene seed to be used to create more Crimson Slaughter warriors.
Oh, they putting up numbers. Wait a minute. Yo, they're actually scoring right now. Wait.
A huge insult to the First Legion. The Dark Angels are a vengeful bunch though, tracking down the Crimson Slaughter and making them pay, even killing their chapter master. But he survived, somehow. I think it was due to canon conflict writing. The Crimson Slaughter was last seen taking part in the 13th Black Crusade, Abaddon personally meeting their warlord and working with them directly. Other achievements include one of their members personally slaying an Imperial Saint. They are not to be fucked with. Before we go to our number one spot, I wanted to do some honourable mentions. The first is the Blood Pact, a highly organised, disciplined Chaos cult who are the elite of the elite traitor guardsmen. I can't really give them an official spot since they aren't a Chaos Marine warband, but they are honestly more effective than 90% of Chaos warbands, so I thought they should get a shout out. The second honourable mention—
that belt looks hard. Hey, that belt does look hard. I'm gonna be honest with you. That looks fly. Is that like a Gucci? No, I think that's like Louis Vuitton. I don't know. I gotta see.
The Black Legion, as they are technically just a massive Chaos Warband. The Black Legion was not one of the original legions. They were founded by a Chaos Marine warlord, not a Primarch, and they made up of elements from all Traitor Legion and Fallen Loyalist chapters. By every definition, Abaddon is leading the warband, the Black Legion. But it doesn't feel right just putting them as a slot in this list when there are so many dope as hell niche warbands we can discuss instead. Number 1 spot, could it be anyone else? The Red Corsairs. The Red Corsairs are very controversial. They used to be called the Astral Claws and were tasked with safeguarding against the Maelstrom, basically a less corrupted, less dangerous Eye of Terror. However,
Now, I've actually heard of the Red Course before, but like I said before, you know, with like other things, we haven't really learned too much about them. But I did hear about these guys before. These guys are like Z tier school threats.
it was full of Chaos Warbands and heretics. The Astral Claw Chapter Master devised a plan which would allow the Loyalists to invade the Maelstrom and wipe it clean once and for all. However, the Imperium was like, nah bro, pay your taxes, since the Astral Claws wanted to maintain their resources to build up their fleet.
Uncle Sam not playing. Uncle Sam not playing. Pay your taxes right now, or we're gonna start conversating. Uncle Sam is not playing at all. We we will take everything, bro. Even your little Xbox, we'll take it.
Weapons and expand their chapter size. They got sick of the Imperium's bullshit, so they ignored them and built up their forces anyway. This resulted in a massive civil war, called the Bad Dab War, that saw both sides wounded and the Astral Claws fleeing into the Maelstrom, becoming the Red Corsairs warband. Their chapter master, called Huron Blackheart, was a brilliant commander, and managed to more or less subjugate the Maelstrom, bringing all of its warriors and resources to make the Red Corsairs an absolute powerhouse, numbering dozens of thousands of legionnaires or even more, entire battle fleets, and now they control an entire section of space. The Red Corsairs don't fuck around. They invaded the White Scars' homeworld.
Oh, I can tell.
Chagoris, have attacked and even beaten Guilliman, got involved in the War of Vigilus, and even now are fighting Tyranids. If there was a Chaos Warband to rival the Black Legion, it would be the Red Corsairs. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support...
Shout out to our boy Majorkill, man, for this video. This is actually a really nice video. I'm gonna keep it real. Comment down below, which warband would you guys join? Chaos Warband. I can't lie to you. If I had to join one of them, bro, I can't join Fabius's. No. I might have to join. Yo, this is so hard, bro. That's so hard. But low key, I might have to join. I mean, he's not. Well, he did die. I might have to join his. I can't lie to you. But I can't. I can't trip. I gotta have this one. This is fire. Like this is probably the best looking like armor that I've seen in Warhammer. No lie, bro. This is definitely better than the Emperor's, bro. The red, like I love the combination of like red and green. Obviously, like my favorite holiday is Christmas, but like man, like this is whoo. Comment down below, man. What do y'all think about this one, man? I'm gonna see y'all later for the next one. I'm out. Like I said before, we got another video coming up. I gotta knock my 2 daily videos out, and then y'all, we got the Summer's Game Fest coming out at 5 p.m. and basically, I'm gonna be seeing like what's up. A lot of trailer reactions will be going up today or tonight. It's 5 p.m. I don't know. I think for y'all it might be like a little later. No, most of my audience is in the USA, but like I still have like a little bit of audiences, you know, that's in like the UK or whatever. So, y'all might get videos like, you know, at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. But it's a Friday, so you guys should be up. Other than that, man, I'm gonna see y'all later for next time I'm out. Make sure y'all. Oh, by the way, I'm most likely streaming as well. So if you are seeing this video, come through to the stream. I would appreciate it. And I'm gonna see y'all later next time out.